British Prime Minister David Cameron has been meeting separately with party group leaders here in Brussels from the European Parliament, including Manfred Weber, who is head of the EPP Group here at the European Parliament. Mr. Weber, a lot of these meetings are quite symbolic, and I think it's quite interesting that you met with him. He invited you to the British Embassy. What is the significance of that in this sort of positioning ahead of the European summit to talk about trying to keep Britain from leaving the European Union?
The positive message behind is that David Cameron respects the European institutions. He wants to find really a fair deal, which makes Europe better and which is in the interest of Britain, which defends the British interests. And there I have to say David Cameron is a tough negotiator.
So let's talk a little bit about that meeting between you and him. What sort of feeling did you get? How much chemistry did you see there that perhaps he can win hearts and minds, including yours, in trying to reach a deal?
Frankly speaking, first of all, busy times, a lot to do for David Cameron, that is clear. But on the other hand, he is convinced that what is on the table now, the Tusk proposal, is a very good base for the discussions in the Council. And I have to say that in the European Council we have to make clear that the whole deal is only about the British things. So we shouldn't open the debate for other issues which are on the table. That's for us as EPP Group important. And at the end, I have to say from an EPP point of view that that's a lot of things David Cameron put on the table are EPP things. Better regulation, competitiveness, the question of big on big things, small on small things. There are a lot of things on the table where we can really support this EPP, so we think that's on a good track.
So the gap going into this summit is not that far apart among some members of some leaders of the European Union.
European Council meetings are not easy meetings, so there will be tough discussions amongst the leaders, but I feel the spirit that they want to contribute to a positive outcome, and we need this outcome because we have at the end to convince the British voters. That is what we have to do now. And the message is, please look on the details, but don't forget the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is that having Putin in mind, having the wars all around in our neighborhood in mind, having the economic problems, jobs for our people in mind, that means it's better to stay together. It's better to be part of a family, among friends, to answer these challenges as to stay alone.
And finally, it will take approval from the European Parliament to approve any kind of deal. And as head of the largest party group in the Parliament, how optimistic, how certain are you that the Parliament can deliver on this, that the Parliament can approve such a deal?
First of all, we need a deal. That is the next step. And when we see then the outcome on Friday of the negotiations in the Council, then I think it's a good chance to find support inside of the European Parliament for the commitments we gave to the British friends. The outcome of the European Council, when 28 member states agree unified on an outcome, I think that's a very strong message to the British voters that all the institutions, including the European Parliament, is a trustful partner and they can count on us.